Welcome back to CBS News 24/7. So Kristi Noem out as DHS Secretary. So President Trump sent in his pick to replace. We're talking about this man you see here, Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin. His confirmation hearing just wrapped up. So Senator Gary Peters, one of several who pressed Mullin about comments he has made, specifically about Alex Preddy, who was killed in Minneapolis by immigration agents. At the time, his predecessor, Kristi Noem, called Preddy a domestic terrorist. Mullin said Preddy was deranged. Well, today, senators asked if he wanted to walk that back. Here's his response.
After DHS officers shot and killed two American citizens this past January, you joined top administrative officials in publicly blaming and disparaging the victims. Following the killing of Renee Good, Secretary Noem called her a domestic terrorist. You, sir, you called Alex Preddy, quote, a deranged individual that came in to cause max damage. Could we expect those kinds of quick responses if you are confirmed as secretary? Would you be basically, well, you responded as Secretary Noem. Are we going to just expect that same behavior all over again?
No, Senator. I have a deep amount of respect for you. We've had our differences, but I do respect you. I think I said this privately when we had a conversation. Those words probably should have been retracted. I shouldn't have said that, and as Secretary, I wouldn't. The investigation is ongoing, and there is, like I said, there's sometimes going to make a mistake, and I'll own it. That one, I went out there too fast. I was responding immediately without the facts. That's my fault. That won't happen as Secretary.
So you regret that statement?
I already said that, yes, sir.
Would you want to apologize to the family of Alex Preddy?
Well, sir, I just said I regret those statements.
Is that the same as an apology?
I haven't seen the investigation. We'll let the investigation go through, and if I'm proven wrong, then I will absolutely.
Live now to CBS News congressional reporter Taurean Small. You listen in on that hearing. What are the headlines from your perspective, Taurean?
Yeah, that was notable. I also have to point out the opening of this where Senator Rand Paul, Republican from Kentucky, had quite the bout with Senator Mullins there. We saw that he called into question his comments about a 2017 incident that happened that saw Senator Paul attacked by his neighbor, one that was mocked by Senator Mullins. And then we also saw him calling into question his temperament, saying that there's been several instances that gives him pause as to whether or not he would be able to handle himself under the title as DHS Secretary. But a lot of this hearing focused on the fact that the department is now partially shut down, has been for some time now. And this particular moment from Senator Bernie Moreno of Ohio stood out to me, as this is how Republicans are positioning the conversation around reopening that department, one that Democrats are willing to do so without some serious reforms to ICE. Take a listen.
In my 14 months here, I only felt ashamed of this chamber once. And that was last Thursday, when you saw the ultimate political theater. Colleagues going, let's fund TSA. How about the Coast Guard? Oh, that's a different person that's going to talk about that. How about FEMA? It's a different person that's going to talk about that. You can't have it both ways, by the way. You can't have Democrats saying, I can't believe the Trump administration is cutting government employee numbers. By the way, over 300,000, we haven't missed a beat. And yet at the same time not pay people who are actually showing up for it. That seems decently incongruous. We can't say President Trump isn't defending the Homeland. Well, he is absolutely doing that every single day, and yet we're allowing these agencies to not be funded.
To be clear, Democrats have offered an off-ramp for Republicans, proposing a legislation or bill that would fund every other agency under the Department of Homeland Security except for ICE and CBP. Republicans, however, have blocked that. And I should also point out that ICE operations have been fully funded through 2029 as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill. So a lot of Republicans are saying Democrats' efforts are moot, as that's still, these operations that they're looking to curtail are still being funded as they support this shutdown.
Taurean Small live on Capitol Hill. Thank you so much. Good to see you, friend.